Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a bit of a different video today. I want to talk about a few important things that I've learned over the years. It's mostly about being successful in racing and not having a lot of failures and kind of making it work. But I want to talk about the things that make a successful program come alive and come together. There's a few pointers that I've learned over the years that without the help of others that have been doing this for long, it's very difficult for an individual like me to make it work. And I go to the track, I see people struggling, and I feel like I want to give some advice. Now, I'm no expert and I'm no professional race car driver, but I've learned a few things over the years, and I think I want to share my thoughts about what can make it work. But we had a very successful weekend last weekend. We raced a bunch of domestics. Everything's working great. The car's working great. The logs look beautiful, and I'm very happy with how it's performing. Here's a clip of that race. We clocked 478 at 155. It's pretty much the third full pass of the car. So finally it's coming alive. But here's the video. So yeah, so back to making things work. The trick is to have a program. Now, what I mean with the program is that if you start having failures and you start going to the track and you start hurting motors, you start spinning the wheels, you're basically not being successful. What happens is you start really putting yourself down and you start giving up. And it's unfortunate because you put so much time and effort into something that you love like this, and just a few small components of your program are missing and makes you fail. Now, you can eventually make it work by thinking that, I'm not going to say know-it-all, but some people just stick to thinking that they can do it themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just going to take a lot longer by just getting some help. And it doesn't take much. And the trick here is to be connected to the right people. And when I mean right people, I mean the right parts guy, the right engine guy, the right tuner, and I guess, I don't know, did I mention the engine guy? It's very important to have the right guys. And it starts with parts. The parts guy, the parts connection that you have is critical to getting the right part on your vehicle. And I tend to use the same companies and the same people over and over again. Real Street Performance, Induction Performance, Platinum Racing Products, Hypertune, who else, Buck Performance. That's just to name a few that I use on a daily basis. These people, they're part of the racing business, and they know what parts you need, and they kind of know what is not going to work for your program. So it's important that you buy these parts not from your local Joe and Pop, because you might be paying a little extra to buy it from somebody that's reputable and that knows what part you need, but at the end of the day it's going to make it work. So that's one part. The second part is your tuner. And when I mean tuner, you have to pick that company that you know is going to support the hobby that you're after. Now, Some people are after drag racing, some people after circuit racing. See, in my opinion, I like drag racing, and that's my thing. And I know Pro Speed and Chris Delgado and the team at Pro Speed, they do this on a daily basis. They drag race every day. So without Pro Speed, I would have not gotten anywhere. So I gotta give them credit. You pay for a tune with Chris Delgado. That's not just a tune. It's a whole knowledge program that these people have, that you're able to gain from, right? So whenever you get the tune done and then you go to the track, these guys are going to give you advice on what suspension you need, what gear ratios you need, what, I don't know, what oil to use. I don't know. I've asked Chris a million questions over the last 4 years, and there hasn't been one instance where he was wrong. So you don't have to go on the internet and read about what gear ratio do I need in my diff, and then some bloke on some dude on Facebook is going to tell you, oh, you need a 3.6, you need a 4.5, you need a 326 because my cousin's uncle had that and it worked. No, it doesn't work like that. If you do that, you're going to get misled, you're going to get the wrong information, and it's not going to work. Or it's just going to take longer. So my advice to you is connect to the right people, like Pro Speed, like Platinum Racing Products, like Real Street. Just get the right guy to do your tune, and I trust me, it's going to be a lot easier on your bank, and it's going to be a lot easier mentally. Because yeah, the worst thing is when you go to the track and you're spinning the wheels, it's not working, you hurt the motor, then you go home, you're all pissed off, and you end up giving up. And there have been times, you know, 4 or 5 years ago where I don't want to do this anymore. And with the help of smart people that do it all the time, I was able to make it work. Yeah, so how does the program work? How do you go racing and the engine stays together? It's just, you know, you have the right people with you, you have the right advice, and you do things that make it work. So, you know, the right chassis guy, the right parts guy, the right tuner, those are critical, I tell you. I mean, I'm a team of 3-4 people. I got no experts with me. I just got a bunch of friends that we get information from the other people, and we're making it work. I'm very happy with how the car's doing. So that's my advice to you today. If you're trying to do something like I'm trying to do, make sure that you call the big companies and the right people that can guide you in the right direction. And it's very important. All right, stay tuned. Thank you.